We start off with news across the state. New York State Governor Kathy Hochul announced that no longer will face coverings be required in schools. This follows after the mask mandates in most indoor settings, including shops, grocery stores, offices, apartment building common areas, as well as entertainment settings, were lifted in mid-February, but individual companies can still set their own rules and require face coverings. Vaccine requirements in the 5 boroughs will also be reduced, but the order mandating public employees to get vaccinated or lose their job will still remain in effect. New Yorkers will still need to wear a face covering while on public transportation. This includes taxis as well as congregate care settings, such as nursing homes, correctional facilities, and homeless shelters. This regardless of a person's vaccination status. Now, face coverings must also still be worn in healthcare setting. In other news, lawmakers and community members announced their plans to reimagine the abandoned Westchester Avenue, announcing plans to reimagine abandoned Westchester Avenue train station. Our Bronx Net reporter Sanji Lopez was there, and she has our story.
It's been abandoned and covered in moss and branches for decades, and soon lawmakers and community leaders hope this former Westchester Avenue Amtrak train station will be open to the public.
Behind us, we have a river, right? The Bronx River. And many people may remember that river at one point was polluted, vacant, and abandoned as well, too. And we worked to clean that up. And this is our next project. We just wanted to highlight the report that was recently done that said that this project is feasible, that this project is attainable, and it's possible to be open for the community.
The cost of restoring the Westchester Avenue Station is estimated to be somewhere between $10 and $15 million. And so the restoration should and must be a team effort. It's going to require funding from both sources, public and private, funding from the federal and state and city government.
It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful building with access to green spaces, to the waterfront, to enjoy the infrastructure and the historical nature of this building. So, this is a wonderful day for Bronxites.
BronxNet took an exclusive tour inside the historical Cass-Gilbert train station built in 1908 and shut down in the 1960s. Renderings by Slow Architecture reveal that the crumbling yet stable infrastructure will soon serve as a hub for Bronx River right-of-way here in the community.
This project is about infrastructure. It's taking a piece of architecture, a beautiful piece of architecture that was about one kind of infrastructure, which was the train, and it's transferring it to this new 21st century green infrastructure, which is the Greenway, the Blueway, and that is really key to our design.
At the forefront of this effort are grassroots community organizations, including the Youth Ministries for Peace and Justice, YMPJ, and Loving the Bronx. They say it's important to ensure that local community is involved in every step of the restoration and planning process.
When I look at this project, there's so much development that's coming to this area, and what really lacks is a community space. So when we look at this restoration and renovation of this amazing architectural gem, it's for the community.
We get all these ideas for years from the youth of what they imagine could be in that community space, and now they get to see it come true. They get to be a part of the experience. They get to be a part of the history.
Never underestimate the sheer power of grassroots activism, right? The cleanup of the Bronx River, the creation of Concrete Plant Park, the recreation of the Sheridan Expressway, the rebuilding of the Bronx in the aftermath of arson and abandonment. The future of the Bronx does not belong to the gentrifiers. It belongs to the grassroots, and I'm proud to be supportive.
Growing up here in the Bronx, I used to marvel at this building down the BX4 line, so this is a dream come true. While community members and elected officials don't have a timeline yet for the project, funding is underway. Reporting for BronxNet, Sanji Lopez.
And thank you, Sanji. That's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We want you to stay with us because we do have a full open show coming up right after this.